There's also talk about the bar transfer course at Blackstone School of Law. Do you have any idea of what your advocacy classes would entail?
Well, advocacy, as I would put it, is the most important constituent of a bar course. And even when I performed my bar vocational course, which is now called BPTC, Bar Professional Training Course, advocacy was one of the most important ingredients of that course. You see, as the course itself suggests, bar vocational course primarily teaches you how to become a good litigant. And advocacy, once again, forming the most important part of that. So if you learn how to conduct the cases, that's exactly what advocacy is all about. So then you have civil and criminal advocacy, and civil and criminal advocacy then further have their, offshoots. So while learning how to argue a case in court, dealing specifically with different situations is actually what advocacy is all about. So it is going to be generally an idea of how you conduct yourself in court, especially in criminal and civil matters.
There's a lot of talk about what people need to do after they do their LLB honors, one of which is becoming a barrister. Can you tell us a little bit about the benefits of becoming one?
Well, to be very honest, the most important benefit being that you get a title to your name. You see, I always say that if you perform your LLM, which is once again a very important degree, but you don't get a title associated with your name. So once you become a barrister, the word barrister is automatically associated with your name. Secondly, and most importantly, anybody who's desirous of litigating in Pakistan or who's desirous of appearing in courts regularly, I believe bar vocational course is the best course, because it primarily teaches you how to actually and effectively argue a case. You are made to cross-examine witnesses, you involve yourself into civil and criminal advocacy. So it's all about advocacy and how you appear in courts, professional training courses, professional ethics, things that I remember from my course. So I think anybody who's desirous of regularly appearing in courts, and which is primarily the case with 90% of the lawyers who join legal practice in Pakistan, as Pakistani system does not have a split, we're allowed to prepare our own cases and then argue them as well. So I believe 90% of the lawyers who are interested in litigation, they should go for bar course, because that polishes you at the end of the day.
So we talked about advocacy classes before. Let's talk a little bit about the advocacy skills that might help a barrister by the end of the day. Do you think that advocacy skills would be helping a barrister?
Well, I think it's very important. No doubt, advocacy for me is something like poetry. It has to come naturally to you, but at the same time, you can improve upon that. Advocacy being one of the most important constituents for any lawyer, I believe any lawyer who regularly appears in court, advocacy it is. And if there is a case which is prepared for you, case preparation is also very important. But the most important art in Pakistani legal system that I have learned so far is how you effectively present your case. So bar vocational course or the bar training course primarily focuses on that, how to teach you to become a good litigant, somebody with a good, public speaking background, somebody who can speak well in court. That's all it aims at. And I think it's very important for any litigant to be a good public speaker, to be effectively able to communicate his or her stance before the court.
You've been in the legal profession for a good time, we assume, and to wrap this all up, would you like to share a proud moment from your professional life?
Well, to be very honest, my proud moment was when I actually did my bar course. Well, I was not very sure that I will be able to do it, but eventually when I was able to do it, I believe that was one of the most proud moments. But in advocacy or in your career, I believe every day is a proud moment. Whenever you win a case, whenever you come out of court with any form of success, that's a proud moment. So I wouldn't be able to limit it to one particular moment. Every day, whenever I'm victorious or when I have a success in the courts, I think that's a proud moment for me.
Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.